For my son's 5th grade year, we kept with the Good and the Beautiful level 4. This was really wonderful. Now, he doesn't love all of the art, and that really challenges him. He likes things kind of in black and white, cut and dry. But this program does include art appreciation as well as geography. I love how it's set up because it's paired with stories. So you get the personal reader and this biographies reader, and those helped him to write narrations in his narration notebook. So with Charlotte Mason Homeschool, which we are inspired by, we're not purists, but we have our children read their story, and either they'll orally narrate what had happened, what do they remember, what are the details, and or they will write it down. So for his 5th grade year, we had him read a literature story, either if it was assigned with the Good and the Beautiful, or a history story. So some of the history stories that he went through were some World War II books like The Silver Sword or 20 and 10, Night Crossing, or some even some medieval history, which was great. The Sword in the Tree is a great one. The Whipping Boy, we had some scripture sleuths. There are 3 books. These are really sweet, and he wrote quite a bit in his written narrations about those, and some fun little mysteries that are solved through scripture. The Balloon Boy was a great one, and Gentle Ben. So I challenged my son to write down his written narrations, and he would. Sometimes he would just write a sentence or two. Other times he'd write longer, and when he was finished with a book, I wanted him to write somewhat of a report, or how did he feel about the text. For these, I don't worry about punctuation or grammar or the spelling as much. Now, sometimes for those book reviews, then we'd go through, make some edits, and then I want him to make a final draft to type on the computer. He does do typing on his own, which of course is so helpful and needed in today's modern world. So that's his written notebook. You'll see too that from his previous narration, if he was misspelling some sometimes simple words, I'd have him review those. And we continue that because it helps him to remember sometimes those simple words, could, would, should, or WH, whew, you know. We also, for his spelling work, because that is an area that he struggles with, we did the Spelling You See series. This was really, really excellent because you write the same passage again and again. And that is a Charlotte Mason principle of dictation. Here it's kind of combined with copy work, but really, really good. So the child is meant to circle what's happening, whether it's a vowel digraph or consonant digraph, or maybe an R combination word, and then they write it and they're going to underline it so they recognize what's happening in those. I really recommend these. He's doing D for the next year. And again, if your child struggles at all, it helps you to see it, Spelling You See. We also worked with Spell to Read and Write, his primary learning log. We kind of got away from it at the very end of the year, but this is where you see things through writing that slur over top, if there's a silent E word, or connecting similar words. This is a wonderful program, Spell to Write and Read, and it took me a while to understand it, but it is a bit teacher intensive, but highly worth it if you need some additional assistance with your speller. For some cursive work, we worked Classically Cursive. This is from Veritas Press. They have a couple of these, and I really like just how simple they are. This goes through catechism questions, as well as the Gather Round cursive books are really nice too. We picked up a couple of those just because they're very pretty, learning about the fruits of the Spirit and writing down a scripture and hard words, moose, goose, singulars and plurals there, as well as that. This is Gather Around Careers and Trades. I like those a lot. I think those are great copy workbooks. For his math, we did Right Start Math, level E, and he likes this program quite a bit because it is black and white. He likes things simplified and doesn't want to have a lot of frills added to the book. So this goes heavy into geometry and the geo board. It's a spiral curriculum. I really recommend it. Again, it is a teacher intensive one, but we liked it quite a bit. And I think the last thing is his nature journal. We always make sure to have this available for him. It's more of a challenge to get him out there and to draw something. I often will have him to just draw and, you know, say, hey, you can do it. Here's a little bee. He labeled it the devil's bee. I think he was upset that day. So just enjoy your child, take them where they're at, whether it's above or below grade level. That's the beauty of homeschools. You can find what curriculum and books might work for them.